What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Rumor. This is episode number 16, and we're in the new season, season 2 for Nottingham Forest. I cannot wait to get this one going as we see a couple games rescheduled. We get to see which teams got promoted from the Championship last season, who will be competing in the Premier League this year, and it's Burnley, Sheffield United, and Watford, which I absolutely love because those three teams are well in a chance for getting promoted in real life this season. So those teams come up. Southampton, Crystal Palace, and Bournemouth all go down, as we know. As we look at our board's objectives for the season, a few similar ones in there, but the key ones: reach the round of 16 in the FA Cup, which is something I want to do. I want to do better in the domestic cups this season, but the main one, get a Europa League spot. Whew. I was thinking for Europe next season, but the board obviously feel confident enough in us that we can get Europe this season. So we got to back it. Hopefully they back us as well with a nice budget. We'll have a look at that in a second. We need a big budget to be able to facilitate a team that is worthy of competing in the Europa League, or get into a Europa League spot, shall I say. I kind of wish they had changed that objective, and so that it was Europa Conference League as well as Europa League, just because if I get Conference League, that will be a success in my eyes, but technically it will be failing the board's objective. So a little tweak I wish EA had made there. As we run through the team, some players returning from loan spells that will be sent back out on loan or be transfer listed. A few players already on the transfer list you would have noticed as well there. Harry Maguire retaining the captain's armband this season. I just don't think Lascelles is the man. I think I was wrong. I thought Lascelles was the man, but I don't think he has the quality to take us to that next level, especially if we're aiming for Europe this season. I think Maguire could be that guy, so he's going to be the captain this season. Willy Bolly and Harry Arter both announced that they're retiring at the end of this season, so they'll probably stay on and then get some game time, maybe in the last game of the season. Serge Aurier joining Borussia Dortmund on a free when the transfer window opens. Benjamin Farmer has the exciting prospect tag still, but I'll be honest, I don't know where his best position is. I haven't got the best out of him yet, so I'm hoping I see more of him this season. So, without further ado, let's look at the budget that the board have given us, and it's not great. 66 million. We're going to have to work some magic here, dip our toes into the free agency market, but 66 million is not a lot at all. As we put Hennessy up for sale, we reject a bid from Getafe for Toffolo, and Schmid, Aurier, and Jordan Smith all leave. Schmid on a loan, Aurier and Jordan Smith on free transfers. We put a few of the youngsters up for loan, as well as adding Brian Ojedo to the transfer list. The Paraguayan wasn't really in my plans. As we look to make our first signing of the new season, well, you knew where this was going to go. Dean Henderson and Renan Lodi, I wanted them back at the City ground, and whilst Lodi's asking price was way too much, I couldn't afford him. I'm not going to give up on him. At some point in the save, I want him back at the City ground, but for now I won't be able to afford him. But Dean, we struck a deal with Erik ten Hag, £20 million for the England goalkeeper, a 3-year deal, 80k a week, and he becomes our first signing of our second season with Nottingham Forest. Very, very happy with this signing. Obviously, you know that we love Dean here. He may have only kept 2 clean sheets last season in the league, but that wasn't his fault. That was for my lack of my just ability to defend, or lack of. Very happy to bring Dean in. Also love here as well, you would have seen Harry Maguire, the first player to welcome him, obviously a former United teammate of his and the new club captain as well, so love that little touch from EA. But yeah, Dean Henderson, our first signing of the window. Very, very happy with this one. He's a class goalkeeper. He showed his worth many times last season, none more so than in the Arsenal game. I think it was match day 36, where he made 5 or 6 incredible saves to keep us in that game and help us win 1-0. Well, we wouldn't be messing around. Straight into our second transfer of the window, and it's a fullback. It's not a left back. We still need to address that position, but it would be a right back. Matty Cash, formerly of Nottingham Forest Youth Academy, moved on to Villa Park in 2020. In the game, he moved on to Athletic Bilbao, which, for those of you that know, have watched my Athletic Bilbao Realistic Career Mode on FIFA 22, will know that Bilbao have this unwritten rule where they only sign Basque-based players. I wish they could sort of implement that in the game, but you see signings like this where they're just not realistic. Matty Cash would never be playing for Bilbao, so I thought, perfect. We'll bring him to the City ground. We'll bring him back where it all began, back to the Premier League and away from Bilbao, where he shouldn't be playing there. We agree on a £24 million deal for the 24-year-olds. I'll tell you what, the Bilbao representative drove a hard bargain. My God, he would not lower his price. We offer the 25-year-old a 4-year deal with some added bonuses. He's on £37,500 a week, and he will be our new starting right back. Very, very happy with this one. Nico Williams, I like Williams, but I just think we need a bit more depth, a bit more quality, and hopefully Cash can offer that. We reject a bid from Lazio for Lingard. Brian Ojeda says he's surprised but happy to be transfer listed, as does Hennessy and Jonathan Ponzo. We reject a bid from Belgian side Anderlecht for Sam Surridge. And then this. Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone, come and sit down with me and they say, how much for Taiwo? And, you know, this is a realistic career mode, guys. As much as I don't want to sell Taiwo, this is a realistic career mode. And Atletico Madrid are a huge club, competing on the Champions League, competing for the La Liga title. I had to sit down and listen to what he had to offer. I'm not just going to roll over and accept the, what was it, £21 million they offered? Nah, Taiwo's worth a lot more than that. He came second in the Golden Boot race last season, 25 league goals in 38 games. He is worth a bucket load. But, well, we went back and forth, me and Simeone, but couldn't agree on a price. I asked for 40 million. I went down to 35, I think, in the end. And Simeone said, look, the highest I can go is 28. And I'm not just gonna accept any offer for my top players. If bigger clubs come in for them, I have to talk to them, because they're bigger clubs. It's a realistic career mode. It would make sense, but I won't just roll over and just accept any price. So with that in mind, we couldn't come to an agreement, and Taiwo stays at the City ground for now. We would make our third signing of the window, and with Hennessy on the transfer list, we would need a backup goalkeeper, and we bring in Jack Butland, the 30-year-old, plenty of Premier League experience. A great backup. I'm very, very happy with this one. And then this, do you know what? I was, with the small budget we were given with the board this season, I was going to have to hit up the free agency and be smart with my money. And this little gem, I tell you what, free agent Victor Sigankov, I think I pronounced that right. We get him on a free. Released from Girona, the Spanish side, in the summer. Long-term player for Dynamo Kiev. He's only 25. He's 4-star, and he just looks like a great player. Champions League experience. Very, very happy to be bringing him in. He's our highest rated player at 82, along with Dean Henderson, and he's a new star player. What an absolute steal Sigankov is. He comes in as our star player, and straight away we convert him to a left mid, because Brennan Johnson will be holding that right mid position. Like I said, we want to try and play with a 4-2-3-1 this season. I want Johnson on the right and I want Sigankov on the left. And then there was this. These offers, man, they're coming in. Players I didn't expect to be selling. Obviously, the Taiwo deal fell through with Atletico Madrid. We couldn't agree a deal. But then Torino, they come in and they say, how much for Emmanuel Dennis? And again, like the Taiwo deal, I had to listen to them. I had to sit down and listen to them. Torino are a bigger club than us right now, and they offered, I think it was at 18 million they offered in the end. We got it up to 23 million, and we came to an agreement, and that would be it. Dennis, someone I didn't expect to sell, has gone. He wants first team football. He asked for it a few times last season. He was brilliant for us off the bench, but an offer comes in like that, and we raised it actually by 5 million to 23. Happy to sell the Nigerian on for £23 million, and he would get first team football in Serie A, so fair enough to the lad. Biancone would go on loan to Wolves. He'll join former Forest centre-back Scott McKenna at Molineux for a season. We would make a couple of shirt number changes, Mangala number 8, Niakate number 5, and then we would make our next signing of the window. We couldn't bring in Renan Lodi, but we would bring in a new left back. I saw Southampton relegated last season, and so I thought, perfect. We're going to bring in one of their players, because now the game is not stingy with players asking prices when a team gets relegated. They have to do a cut price deal, basically. And I thought, I'll kill two birds with one stone. I'll offer them Harry Toffolo, who's on our transfer list. He's not going to play. He's championship quality, plus a sum of money as well. I think, what was it, 9 million in the end? 9.5 million plus Toffolo for Perot. The Frenchman, the 25-year-old, he'll be coming in on a 4-year deal. Very happy with this. Roman Perot looks like a class player, and he'll be slotted in at left back. Now, we would make another deal, another swap deal as well, with a championship club. With Emmanuel Dennis now gone, we would need a backup striker. We're only playing with one striker this season, but we would need a backup. And Ben Brereton Diaz, the Chilean, who has earned a big reputation since leaving Nottingham Forest. He was actually part of Nottingham Forest's under-18s, and he played a few times for their first team as well. He moved to Ewood Park and, like I said, created a big name for himself. He's gotten a lot of attention, changed his nationalities to Chile, and now playing for the national side. He went to Norwich in the game, who were still in the Championship. I waited to see if they got promoted. If they got promoted, I thought I would leave him there, but they're still in the Championship, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull the trigger. Brereton Diaz, you're coming back to the City ground. And just like the Toffolo deal, we offer them a player who we wanted to get rid of, Sam Surridge, who again is Championship quality. He is not Premier League quality. We offer him plus 13 million to secure the services of the 24-year-old Ben Brereton Diaz, and he would become our 5th signing of the window. Very happy with how our transfer business has been going so far. We've got rid of a few players we wanted to. We've brought in some good quality players as well. But that will be it for today's episode. I can't wait to see you in episode 17, where there'll be more business and we'll kick off the Premier League season with a local derby, Leicester at home, to start off the season. But until then, I'll catch you later. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's anyone else you think I should sign, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.